Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this month of Ramadan a month of barakah, of blessings upon all of us, and help us inshallah to meet its benefits inshallah in this worldly life and the hereafter, and to gain what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised through his messenger, that the month of Ramadan is the month of maghfirah, forgiveness, and the month of rahmah, mercy, and the month of itq min an-nar, the month of escaping of the hellfire. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to record us among those inshallah who will get all these rewards and blessings inshallah. And then today inshallah we have a topic to be highlighted inshallah, to learn and to remind each other how to benefit from our fasting, from this blessed month inshallah. And I have here some few questions to be answered in this video. My first question is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has assigned us to observe fasting in this month, in the month of Ramadan. And the other question is, are we fasting the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to fast to meet its objective? And what would make us meet those objectives and the barakah of and the lessons set for this Ramadan, the divine lessons and divine goals that have been set for this blessing Ramadan. So first of all, let me introduce who is assigned to observe this month. We all know that all creations that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but who has been assigned for the khilafah or al-amanat al-khilafah on this earth is the human being. That human being, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described him in the Holy Quran and described his physical body, was created from the clay. And that body we see, the body that was created from the clay, from the soil. We see like all people gives the biggest importance to that physical body, like feeding that body, taking care of the shape of that body, the beauty of that body. So we all admit that we spend much time, much money, much caring, all our efforts is to focus on that body and serve that body. But we all admit as well that there is another system, another part within this body, which the two sections come up with the whole body, what we call in Arabic al-jism. So the body, we cannot call our body al-jism in Arabic till has a soul, because if the soul went out from the body, then it is not a body anymore, it's just jasad. Al-jasad, the physical body, is jasad, and the body with the soul in it, if the soul is still in it and a human being or a person is still alive, so he's a jism, his body is a jism. But if the soul is not there, then it's just a jasad, it's just a jutta. So the question here is, do we give the same importance to that soul, that soul, that inner system, that unseen inner system? Why it is unseen, but we still admit that it exists there. That inner system, we give it we give it a lot of names. Sometimes it's a spirit, sometimes it's a soul, sometimes it's we refer to it by naming it a heart, because where a lot of feelings, expressions, all what we experience, inside us, there is a system there. That system, does it need the same, a certain caring, a certain the body or not? So let us see in this video whether that inner system needs same like caring as the body or something else. So here I'm going to ask you, like, why people, we see it starting from ourselves, feeding our body, feeding it, serving it, exercising, following a certain diet, not to eat anything, watching what we put in our mouth, but yet a lot of people have not achieved the happiness they are looking for. They don't feel that they are really healthy as they should be, like based on what they provide their body with, as caring, as food, as exercises, all these aspects of serving the physical body, but yet they are not happy and they have not achieved like the happiness they are looking for. Why? Simply because that the other section is neglected. The other section is hungry. The other section is thirsty. The other section that doesn't receive the caring it needs. So what is the caring that the soul or the inner system needs from us? Let us see today. That spirit needs also to be taken off. If we are looking for happiness, if we are looking for like happiness in this life, in this worldly life, and the hereafter, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has assigned observing fasting in this month. Our soul, yes, it needs food. Exactly, not same food as the physical body needs, but it has its own food. What is the food of the soul then? Does it need drink? Yes, it needs drinks. Does it need exercise? Yes, it needs exercise. Does it need diet? Yes, it needs a diet. Does it need to be cleaned, like just the way, like how we clean like our bodies, like to get rid of any dirt, any poisons, anything? Yes, to remain clean and yes, our spirit needs the same thing. Let us see how that works. I feed my body, as I said, when we go to buy food on the store, you look at the ingredients and see, you look at the ingredients and you look at the fact nutritions to see how much calories, how much carbohydrates, how much sugar, how much, you really care to see what you put in your mouth, like to avoid any potential disease or to be affected by any sickness. You try to keep your physical body healthy. Okay, same thing for your spirit. It needs food. Like for the food of the soul, what it is then? It consists of what? It consists of knowledge, the beneficial knowledge you need. We will come to that in more details in another video, but to read Quran as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided us, read Quran, understanding it, act upon it. This is what when you do, like during this, we are inspired to do, to share, to help, to do all, like to say all, to do good, like a salihat, al-amal al-salihah. So this is what feeds your spirit. When you help someone, you feel like it's as if you take like a certain protein or a vitamin or something like that. You feel it in your soul. This is how you boost that soul. Like you need, as I said, to learn, to study, to understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do that, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to avoid that, why this is prohibited, why what is the objectives, what is the maqasid of all of that. So when you think with your inner system, whether it is your mind or your heart, your soul, your spirit, all that a comprehensive inner system using your mind or your heart, when you let it function inside you, this is how you balance your whole body that consists of your soul and the body, both of them. So does the exercise does the soul need exercise just like the way we exercise to get rid of the fat that is needed or to remain strong? Yes, it needs the same thing. You need to pray, you need to perform the mandatory prayers as well as a nawafil. This is an exercise You fast the mandatory month of Ramadan, and you fast other extra nawafil of Sawm. This is a spiritual exercise. Another exercise is to share, to donate, because you train yourself of like not to be selfish, that it needs sabr. Like when you come to donate, you need to fight against the stinginess that may be raised in your heart, and fight shaitan, and fight your desires, and fight when you fight against your desires not to commit like sins and vices and all that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited. This is an exercise against yourself. This is what Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam called jihad. So all this are exercise of the soul. Do I need a diet? A diet for my soul? Yes, like I should not eat that much sugar for my physical body. I should not eat too much sugar, too much fat, too much, you need to take only what you need. Same thing for your soul. Do we need like to keep yourself busy to discuss or to learn about everything you hear about us, about you? No, of course, you need to be selective. You need to look for the beneficial things that will benefit in your deen, in your dunya, in the hereafter, what benefit yourself, what benefit your family, what benefit your society. Now you see our youth are busy in the social media, spending time in learning about a lot of games of football, a lot of learning about a lot of profiles of famous people, about actors, about players of football. This is a fatty ilm, what we call a fatty ilm. It's fatty. You don't need that. You don't need to learn that much. You don't need. We keep learning about fashion. Just what is fashion today of clothing, fashion of furniture. This is a fatty ilm. Why do I need to learn things that just will waste my time, that just will waste my energy, we need to learn the beneficial knowledge, and we need to seek for. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تفلحون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed a psalm, fasting upon you, just like how it was had decreed upon the ancient nations. So لعلكم, you may succeed. What is the succeed intended like from fasting Ramadan? What is the success that is intended there? What we need to look for, we need to achieve. What is the success? This is the question that I need, and that you want to be able to realize and know that the type of that success until you understand what does it mean fasting, and what is like the effective way of fasting. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, some people they may not benefit from their fasting, just feeling hungry and thirsty. Some people they don't gain anything, just feeling hungry and thirsty, because we spend much time in just what do we need to eat today for iftar, what do we need to put on as clothes for iftar, for Ramadan, what do we need. We keep like spending time in serving our physical bodies, and we neglect our souls, and this is why we struggle. This is why we always remain like like kind of helpless. Why all the solutions are traced in the Quran. Feed your soul. Feed your soul with the beneficial knowledge. This is what will help you to benefit from your religion. If you don't understand your religion, you won't be able to benefit from it, and in this worldly life, and gain the reward promised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter either. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me here a sawm not only like to stop eating and drinking, and although like feeding, like you're submitting to your desires. Not only that, there is another another way, like you avoid things that harm your body, your physical body. You avoid things that will harm your soul, like bad language, not to use, not to curse, not to curse, not to use bad, to insult, not to argue, not to get involved in argument that are not like just to argue for a point, for an objective, that goes in accordance with your values, with your akhlaq, with your manners. Not any, we don't نغضب لله ورسوله. You cannot get angry just for yourself, for your ego. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said in the Quran when he addressed Maryam alayhi salam when she was in labor to deliver Isa alayhi salam. كلي واشربي، الله قال فكلي واشربي وقري عينا فإما ترين من البشر أحدا فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن صوما فلن أكلم اليوم إنسيا. So is it كلي واشربي, eat and drink and feel content. And if any person or anybody talks to you, said I vowed not to talk to anyone. I vowed to the most merciful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to talk to anyone. So fast, not only fasting like not to eat, not to drink, it's fasting like to not to curse, not to like to use, like you need to strengthen your mouth, your tongue, to talk only when it is necessary to talk, and say what is necessary to say, and have an objective and have a point behind your speech and behind your statement. Then I'm going to close this video by the ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَتَزَوَّدُوا. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Surah Al-Quran, فَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى وَاتَّقُونِ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. So فَتَزَوَّدُوا, الزاد in Arabic, في اللغة, is that what you prepare for your journey, as a food, as drinks, all the provision you prepare, like for a certain journey, is a zad. And what is a zad that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intended here? The zad, the spiritual zad, the righteousness. And this is what we need to boost in this Ramadan. فَتَزَوَّدُوا, seek, like take the provision, and the best provision is وَخَيْرُ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى, the righteousness, the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best, is the highest level of that. The best provision is to feed your soul with at-taqwa, with the righteousness, with the fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and keep Allah in your remembrance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, احفظ الله يحفظك احفظ الله تجده تجاهك. Keep Allah in your remembrance, then Allah will protect you. If you protect Allah in your remembrance, Allah will protect you as well. إذن أقول قولي هذا، أتمنى من الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يزيدنا علما. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase us in more ilm, and to guide us toward whatever benefit us and take us, inshallah, closer to Him, and benefit from all the rituals we perform, and increase His fear in our heart. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم، وصوم مبارك وقيام مبارك إن شاء الله، وتقبل الله منا ومنكم صالح الأعمال. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.